Hi guys, I'm Justina from Justina Smile Photography. Today I'll talk about composition. So it might be beautiful around you and it looks like it's gonna be easy to take those wonderful pictures, but it's not always the case. You still need to know how to find those wonderful compositions. So composition is how everything comes together in the image. How the sky interacts with the land, how the trees are positioned in the image, how the light interacts with those trees. Everything is connected. So today I'm going to tell you 7 ways how to improve your compositional skills. So first tip is, don't always place your subject in the middle of the image. I know it's very intuitive and maybe very automatic for you to place whatever you take picture of in the middle. But it's not always making the picture looking better. So there's so-called rule of thirds, which is very popular known rule. Of course, you don't have to use this rule all the time. So basically what this rule is saying that you should place your subject not in the very right center, but in one of the sides of the image, right? So imagine now the image is graded and try avoid the middle section and you'll see the difference. Usually it's the case that it looks much better, much more interesting when it's not right in the middle. So second tip would be is take your time when taking a picture. Of course, usually you don't have that much time, but if you do have some extra spare time, just take a minute, look around and see what's the point of interest of your image. You don't want to be one of those people who is running around through touristic areas and just click, your camera non-stop, not even stopping for a second. That's definitely not gonna bring you better results than stopping for those, 15 seconds and really looking around and looking what's so interesting in this composition. So a third tip would be find something what you can lead to the point of interest. What I mean by that is simply find some lines, fences, road, path or anything which would make the composition even more interesting. Of course, it's nice to have a friend in the middle of the field and posing for you, but now place a friend in the middle of the road and maybe twist that road would be nicely going from one corner of the frame to another and your friend is on that road and it's kind of leading slowly to the friend. Just try experimenting with it. You'll see it's gonna be much more interesting. So a fourth tip would be simplicity. If you take a picture, for example, in the mountains, and there's some infrastructure in the bottom of your image, just try cropping it in and see how that looks then. So just try it out, simplify the scene. The simpler the scene, the more powerful it gets. Another thing with simplifying the scene is maybe seeing the backgrounds as well, not only the edges, but what's behind your friend, for example. Sometimes you might not notice, but there's, especially when you're taking pictures in the city, there might be some other people doing some, funny stuff like jumping in the image or photobombing. It's cool if you like that, but sometimes if it's some serious image, business portrait, you might not be happy with the results. So just make sure to notice your surroundings. A fifth tip would be look for patterns in your environment. It could be a tall grass with wavy fields, or it could be snow piles, it could be sand dunes. Any shapes in the nature or environment really. It just really creates a really pleasing picture and just makes it more powerful. The sixth tip would be don't forget that the real world is 3D and the images are 2D. What it means is that you somehow have to try to bring that 3D image into 2D and still don't get rid of the emotion you feel. So how you can do that? One thing what helps is looking for textures. So basically you just need to look for some texture on top of something. It could be snow on the trees, it could be moss on the trees if you're living somewhere in south. So basically anything what makes your subject pop out. Of course, understand that not in every environment you'll find textures like that. So another way to bring out this 3D look is using light. One way to do this is placing the sun behind the subject, well, basically placing your subject in front of the sun. And you will see that there's a highlight next to the edge of your subject. Let's say it's a tree, and you'll see that there's an outline, lit outline, and it makes the tree pop out. Or try it with your friend, just place your friend in front of the sun. So basically you'll see the outline along your friend, which makes this friend popping out again. So by using light source, you'll create that magical look to the image. Another way how you can bring out this 3D effect is by using fog. Of course, fog is pretty rare, but if you have a chance to be in the forest or in some fields during this fog, just see how cool it is, and it just makes the front line popping out. That's really massively helping the composition. So the last tip would be knowing how to use your space of the image. Basically, if you have action going on in the picture, let's say you're taking a picture of a moving car, obviously you have to think about it that if you take a picture and there's more space behind the car than in front of the car, it will look that the car is stuck in the image. What I mean by that, it's better to leave more space in front of the car, so it looks like there's more space to move for the car and it just feels more logical, feels right. That's maybe you would say that's overthinking, but it all adds up in this perfect composition. What's happening in the image? Maybe the person is making a jump. Make sure you don't cut his legs or the top. Just feel the space, what's happening. Just be rational, build a story with your image. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you feel more confident with compositional skills, and if you like this video, just give it a like. If you would like to see more videos in the future, just subscribe to this channel. Thanks, bye! Oh, by the way, if you have any questions or topics you want me to discuss about, just let me know under this video or give me a message on Facebook and I'll try to make a video out of it. Yeah, simple as that. So anyway, bye, thank you. So today I'm gonna tell you seven. So today I'm gonna tell you composition. That's what happens when you use too much rules. Break the rules, don't listen to them. That's just me. Just ignore me. No, don't ignore me. Don't ignore me. Listen to me. And my tips are amazing and you'll be an amazing photographer after you watch all these videos which I'm gonna create. And it will take some time because I have plenty of them planned.